Hello everyone, it's Cooking with Matthew. Today we're going to be doing a frutti di mare, which is an Italian seafood pasta dish. I've got in this bowl seafood mix. It's got squid, mussels, shrimps, and scallops, 20 ounces of it. But how we're going to start off, they got that at Walmart. I've got one small onion we're going to start off with. I've got some bacon grease over here. I'm going to say it was probably two good tablespoons. You probably want to use olive oil, but I just wanted to get that little extra flavor. Add my little American flavor to that Italian dish. We're going to put that in there. And I've got, how many cloves? That was about 5 cloves. So I got 5 cloves of garlic here. We're going to mix up these onions. Go in there. And I'm going to get my little rubber spatula, and we're just going to try to saute these onions a little bit, and then we're going to end up adding the seafood to it. And I've got this, I'm trying to think of this, arrabbiata. So you can make this stuff, but it's so I'm doing a simple version of this frutti di mare, so you can buy this at Walmart, 32 ounce container. You can make this yourself, or you can just go buy it. This was $8. If you want to make it, it's going to take a long, like probably a few hours to get that sauce right, to get it down to the consistency and everything. Basically, crushed tomatoes, onions, lemon juice, basil, and red pepper flakes, a little salt. You know, so it's pretty simple. It's just you got to cook it down, cook it down, cook it down. I got some crab meat here too. I'm gonna probably put half a can of that in here. So here we go. I'm gonna show you what the onions and garlic's looking like, where you can see where we're gonna start adding. You want the stuff to be sort of translucent. See how they've started turning translucent a little bit? That's where you want to be at. So it only takes like about a minute and a half or something like that to get it going. So now we're going to add my seafood. I didn't cut these as big pieces of squid. I didn't cut them up. If you want to cut them up, you can. I wanted the look and the texture to them the way it was. Make it more look rustic. Wash my hands off. Alright, so I'm going to start seasoning this up a little bit. That's going to be I'm going to say that's 1 tablespoon. That was 3 teaspoons, same difference. And usually I would put white pepper or black pepper with this. Probably should have looked in these cabinets a little bit before the video started. I may end up just using the black pepper. But I can't find, I'm looking, I had some cayenne pepper. I was wondering, because this is, this sauce actually translated in, there it is. This sauce translated in Italian, it says angry sauce, is what it said. So then we're going to go in here with 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Now you may want to back off. I'm trying to make it have a little bit of heat, so you may not want to put that much, or you may want to go with the black pepper, white pepper. So that was 1 tablespoon salt, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Like I said, you can change the cayenne to something more milder if you want. You can even cut that in half, or not even add no pepper, because this sauce you may want to. I haven't even tried the sauce yet. It might have been smart for me to try the sauce, see exactly what kind of heat we got going on here. It's not so hot. It's got some on the back end, but it's still not really that hot. So try that first. I don't know what kind of brand you're getting. It may be, because it says it's hot, but to me it's more of a mild heat. I got this. I'm gonna crank this up a little higher. Try to get my seafood good and cooked. It should have been maybe a little bit hotter when I put them in the pan. So what I'm going to do now is I've actually got I got a half a stick of butter. I'm going to drop this down. Melted. And I've got some fresh rosemary here. I'm going to measure this. I think it's going to be a tablespoon just by eyeballing it, but yeah, that's what it is. Exactly 1 tablespoon of fresh rosemary. Lost my pen. Alright, so then we're going to add a little bit of salt. Half a teaspoon of salt. Alright, so look, I'm going to go ahead and add my lemon zest to this now. It's starting to cook. I'll go ahead and squeeze in my fresh lemon. We're not going to measure wine, we're going to call it a splash of white wine. I've already got the lemons rubbed down, guys. Okay, so I got the salt. Now we're going to go with some, you can use fresh garlic. I'm cheating a little bit. We're going to put, where'd my teaspoons go? Alright, so what I'm going to do, half a tablespoon of garlic. Alright, so look, this stuff, I got to keep this stirred now. So the seafood pretty much is cooked at this point. I'm going to bring you over and show you where we're at. This stuff's actually coming down. If you want to turn this into a scampi, you can just start throwing butter in here, little cubes of butter, and that's going to turn into a scampi sauce with some of this parsley I got. But that's what it's looking like now. I'm going to go ahead and add this arrabbiata.
Yes.
I add my little arrabbiata to it. I'm gonna cut this down now because it don't need to be. It just needs to be getting warm. So I'm gonna cut that down for a second. I'm gonna cut it down to a 3. It was pretty high. I'm gonna put. Well, that lid's the wrong lid. Put the lid on it. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna cut down to 3 on this side. Smaller burner. So I'm going to cut that down, let it go for my crab. Crab's already cooked fully, so it don't need to be added right away. This is something I'm just adding. I think traditionally they don't have crab in it. Who don't like a little extra crab though? I'll throw that in there. Half pound of crab meat. So now I'm going to get my bread. I got this is Italian bread, so everything's Italian except the little redneck bacon grease I threw in there. Alright, so I got my bread here. I got my garlic butter there. Hopefully I have a brush. If I don't, I'll show y'all a trick without using a brush. I don't like using it. Okay, I'll tell you the trick. I don't want to use it because it's really not the best method, but the trick is using a paper towel and dab it. But you're gonna waste a lot of this. We're just gonna brush this over the bread. And you can do it a little different if you don't want to melt the butter and you want to be a little more professional. Like you use the fresh garlic, the fresh rosemary, and you're going to use a little more butter. Put it in a mixer and mix it together. It's what we call a compound butter. It's going to whip the butter together, and it'll work too. But this right here works just fine. I'm trying to make this as easy as possible for everybody at home. This is something you can do on a weeknight, and this, like, it's going to be like going out to eat at a nice restaurant. Try to get all that in there. So it took every bit of that little mixture to make my garlic bread. See, it's nice and pretty. I've got the oven on 350. It's on convection. So if you ain't got a convection oven, you may want to jump it up a little bit more. So we're going to go back to over here. We're going to stir this around some more. It's looking good, smelling good. Let me give it a little taste. That one wasn't quite clean. That's going to be good, guys. I'm going to let that. We'll be right back, guys. I messed up. Hey guys, I'm back. Okay, so the garlic bread took a little longer than I expected. I jumped up to 400 even on convection. So we're pretty much done. I'm gonna go ahead and plate this up, and we're gonna see what we're looking like there. Go ahead and cut that all the way off. I've got my pasta over here already cooked. I used angel hair. You use whatever kind of pasta you decide you want to use. So we're going to get this. You got to watch when you're doing any kind of red sauce. It can stick, and it can scorch, and it can burn. Then I got some fresh parsley here. I'll go over the top with that. Some Parmesan cheese. And then a couple of little sprig of basil up top. And then I'm going to cut that thing in chunks like that in half. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to take a little photo real quick. I probably should. Let's see if I can get this. This actually looks pretty good. I know it's fixing to taste delicious. Alright, so now I'm going to give you the ingredients. Here's a 20-ounce bag of the seafood mix. I bought that at Walmart. The half pint of crab meat that got bought at Walmart too. 1 small onion. 1 lemon zest. Then 1 juice of lemon. 1 pound of, I used angel hair. Use whatever kind of pasta you want to use. Then I used 32 ounces of Arabiata. 32 ounces of Arabiata, or you can make it yourself. But I bought the Arabiata at Walmart, and when you can zoom in and see how to pronounce it or how to spell it, because I copied it so it's right. 5 cloves of garlic, 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper. And that's what this consisted of. The garlic bread itself. This garlic bread right here. It was a half stick of melted butter, 1 tablespoon of rosemary, fresh I used, but you can use dry. Half a teaspoon of salt, 1/2 tablespoon of garlic powder. You just mix that stuff together and brush it on. Like I said, you can use fresh garlic if you want. And what I would like to have was like a little bit of mozzarella cheese on top. That would have been like once it got to this color, you just threw a little mozzarella cheese on, went in for like another minute, and that stuff would have been melted. It would have been just even more beautiful. But I'm going to show y'all what this dish looks like up close. You see that this dinner, I would say go ahead and do the garlic bread first, or at least halfway through. Go ahead and have it ready. Go ahead and have the stuff on it, and you can throw it in halfway through cooking that, and everything's going to come out together. Would be the perfect way of doing this dish. So I need to show you. I just called the stuff out. I'm going to do this right here where y'all can zoom in. My handwriting's terrible, so you may have to just pause when I'm calling the stuff out. But that's it. Until next time, y'all have a blessed night. Okay.